Hello everybody, Andrew Gray here again for some more No Man's Sky. Last time we were looking at ways to craft our own antimatter basically, so we can use a warp drive more often. So we're going to take off, we're going to do a quick scan. We see that there's something over there, so we will go and investigate it. However, there is also something here and there, so what we'll do is we'll just exit around about here and go and take a look. Now, you've probably, if you've been watching all of them, know that I've been putting out a video of this basically once a day so far. Because it's a... Oh, look, I can call... Okay. Because it's a new series. What I'm going to do after this first week is just put one of these out maybe once every... maybe twice a week. Oh, look, a robot. What are you doing here? Hi. Weird thing. Oh, rare. Something about rare. As I approach the electronic life form, it instinctively starts to analyse me from head to foot. It chitters animatedly, its head tilted to one side. The more it studies, the more the facility's resource vault consumes what my scanner suggests as silicate elements. I remember that I know little of how it communicates, and the lights in its mask flash. I do not have any of this stuff, so I'm going to have to leave you, I'm afraid. Sorry about that, but I will nab whatever you've got on your walls. Grenade stuff. I'm not overly keen on grenade stuff. What's this thing? Restore some shield. Thank you. This probably needs an Atlas thing to get through it. Yeah. But, yeah, nice meeting you, Entity Kayug, or whatever you are. So, what have we got in our inventory? Loads of stuff. Can we transfer any of this?
No free slots in ship inventory.
No, we cannot. Oh, we can get rid of the iron. Okay. And we've got a power canister instead. That's fine. Let's save here. And hit C. There's a question mark thing there and a question mark thing over here. Let's head in this direction. It's going to take a couple of minutes. Let's do it on foot, so then we can see what else we uncover. Lots of iron. We're probably going to want to look at some different worlds pretty soon as well. Something overly interesting? Fine. Okay, suspension fluid we need to buy from trade terminals apparently. So we do need to go off-world, and we also need to get some zinc as well, though. And we know zinc's around, and it comes from flowers and stuff like that.
Life support power low.
Yes, well, we'll get there, don't worry. We'll sort out our life support in a moment. There's a bridge. Oh, I thought that was closer. Oh, that was horrible, Pop. How did that happen? Oh, look. They do need to sort out field of view and not field of view, the draw distance on this. They really do. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not too intrusive, I don't think, the pop-in, but it could certainly be a lot smoother. Okay, what we got over here? What's this?
Inventory full.
Of course it is. What don't... let's discard that. And discard that. Great. Stuff that I don't really need. Hi. Okay, we'll head over to that question mark to the west. Oh no, we've found an advanced life form, so I think we should probably head over there, really, and say hello. It is 16 minutes away. How far away is our ship? 2 minutes away. But we could discover quite a lot of other things on our way there, really, couldn't we? So let's explore.
Life support power low.
That's fine. We will use one of these power canisters.
Recharge.
I will have to redeem that pre-order ship soon, I think, as well. Now I've got warp drive and everything. What's that? Will that be nickel? Because I kind of like... What do I need? Nickel and... zinc. Need nickel and zinc. There's a... How far away is that? Oh, it doesn't tell us. It seems to be underground. Anyway, it's not the way we're going. It's very red, this place, isn't it? I hope there's this thing over here. There's a place for me to call my ship back, because I don't really fancy spending 20 minutes going back to my ship. Maybe I should have brought it with me, thinking about it. Nothing overly interesting, is there? Let's go over this thing rather than going down. This is a pretty devoid planet.
Life support power low.
But there's an advanced life form around here, so they must find something worthwhile about it. It is a long way off. I should have gone back for the ship, shouldn't I, really? How far away is that? A minute? Let's make a slight detour and go and look for this. So yeah, I think as a game it's suffering from frame rate issues. I think it's also not optimised very well for PC. Having said that, I'm not having the same... Oh look, very, very green. The same level of issues other people seem to be having with the game. This does not seem like an overly good idea to me. Are you zinc? No, you're carbon. Fine. Oh, is this another upgrade? Yeah, we'll take an exosuit upgrade. Oh, you have to buy it. Okay, well, we will upgrade that. Thank you. Maybe I didn't get it the one before because I didn't buy it. Well, can I buy it now if I...
Life support power low.
No. That's a shame. How low? No, we got 50%. That's fine. Let us collect some stuff. Of course there isn't. I am not overly concerned about that. We need to find somewhere to trade. Let's Excuse me while I have a quick drink. Fine, so we were heading towards this place over here, weren't we? Yeah, we're hitting about just over 30 frames a second, 34, and I believe we've got it set to 60. To be honest, the PC that I'm running on should be able to handle 60 without breaking much of a sweat. How far away is that, question mark? A couple of minutes, was that? We'll head for that then on the way. So I'm a little bit disappointed in the performance of it. I don't think it's optimised very well for PC. Now I've been playing it for a little while. But as I say, I'm able to play it, which a lot of people aren't. And that's unexcusable at this sort of price range. Yes, every PC is different. Yes, there is a vast majority of configurations. But oh, look, there's a cave. If you are asking for this much money for a game, then quite frankly, you should be releasing it in a fit state for what it's for. And I don't think it is. And if I was one of the people who had these problems on day one, you bet your money I would be asking. Well, I would have got a refund basically. I would have refunded it, and yeah, and probably not picked it up again for a long time. There is some justification in a way. Hang on a second, is that? For things like, well, it's a small team and everything, but if it's a small team and you're using that as an excuse, you don't release it at the £40 price mark. You just don't. You can either say you're a small indie team and it's an indie game and you price it as such, or you say, okay then, it's a big game, it's a AAA, and that's what you price it at. I just think that they've Hello Games in this case, or maybe Sony, somebody somewhere has messed up essentially. Yeah, I think they've got the pricing wrong. I think there's been so much hype that they've got carried away. They've realised what people are probably willing to pay for it, and then and gone for the cash basically. Do I think it's worth the money? Time will tell. I don't know at the moment. I've not played it enough to decide that. We were heading for that question mark thing just there, weren't we? Yeah, I don't think I've had enough time. Oh, what's that? I don't think I've had enough time in the game myself to say if it's worth it, which isn't great considering, let's say, Steam's refund practice that 2 hours of gameplay you can refund it within those 2 hours. I don't think within 2 hours within that time you get to see enough of the game to make up your mind whether it's for you or not. And that hasn't helped by the lack of review copies available for it. That hasn't helped it at all. There should have been at least a review copy available for somebody, for a decent. I need iron. There's got to be iron around here. Yeah, those give iron, don't they? Yeah. A lot of this could have probably been mitigated by having review copies out of there. But unfortunately Hello Games didn't, and you've got to question, is that because they knew these problems existed? Let's get rid of this fascination bead. And part of me thinks probably yes they did. Which is really disappointing. Shall we go for a shelter or a I think we should go with monoliths again. Is that the one we've already discovered? Oh no, it's only 2 minutes away, so I would hope it's a new one. But it is in the other direction from where we want to go. Let's go and have a look at this monolith. I think these monoliths are probably fairly important. And then we'll head away over there again. So, do I think you should buy this game after I've now put, what, this is video 5 or 6, so I've put in about 3-4 hours into it? No. I think you should hold off for maybe 3 months. The first big patch. Have a look what people are saying about it then, and then reassess on whether you want it. I'm enjoying it to a certain degree. This is my sort of game, to be honest. Just no hand holding. Off you go. As I said in a previous video, I think even the little tiny bit of hand holding you do get, as in, oh, now you need to craft this in order to do this. I'd rather that not be there, if I'm honest.
Technology recharge.
I'd rather you just be thrown into the game and say, right, off you go. Deal with it. But that's me. I can understand why they've done the degree of help that they have. This is very mountainous, this area. How far away are we? 40 seconds. So yeah, if I were you, if you were umming and ahhing, if you were on the fence about this game, and you still haven't got it, bear in mind this is the PC version I'm talking about, not the PS4. I really don't know what that's like. I have no experience with the PS4 version at all. Ow. I'd say hold off until the first big patch, until there's some sort of more, until there's fixes in place. Where is this mon? Oh. Hi. Let's seek help. We know their word for toxic. Excellent. Is there anything close by worth having? By the looks of it, no. And that is where we were heading across there. We need to get back out of here. We've learnt 10 words. And there is a building over there, so let's head to that building on our way across.
Life support power low.
So that was my opinion. That's, if you're looking for a review, I still think it's too early. I think this is a big game. I think it's the pacing's a bit slow at the beginning by the looks of it. My current advice is to hold off. However, once it's all fixed, and once they've got some of the problems sorted, I really think it's going to be a great game. So far I am enjoying it, but it must. I mean, look at that pop, and I'm right next to it almost. That view, that draw distance, it's unexcusable on a PC, especially since this should not be pushing graphically anything on this system at all. So yeah, mixed thoughts on it. I'm still going to play it because I've bought it now and I can't refund it because of the amount of time I put in there. And as I say, I do fairly enjoy it so far.
Life support power low.
Interesting there, just some plutonium. So let's carry on and have a look at this building, and then how far away is that? We should be able to get to that intelligent life before the end of the vid. That will be what we'll do. We'll head over there next, and that will be our aim for this video. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Hello, anyone home? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we'll take a research specimen. Impact damage. Boltcaster. Ooh, added damage on. That's excellent. We might have a look around and get that when we're able to. What's this thing? Can we interact with that? No, we cannot. What does this do? Stand at the terminal and watch the beacon for an unknown star. Endlessly plays itself on screen. 7238. Nope, no response. Oh well. That's locked because it's red. That's locked because it's red. That's open because it's green. Not a lot else can do without an Atlas thing, apparently. Okay, let's give that some more plutonium.
Technology recharge. Inventory full.
Inventory full. Is our starship inventory full? It is. It could probably take some carbon, but I don't think we've got any. Can any of this?
No free slots in ship inventory. No
So we'll get rid of that.
ship inventory.
We'll probably get rid of that. A couple of power canisters. And we'll head back over to this intelligent life form we discovered a little while ago and we've just not got around to looking at. Very barren, mountainous world this. We should have brought this ship really, we could have been there ages ago. But we've discovered a couple of things on foot. It's worth investigating, it's worth exploring by the looks of things. See, there's all these noises, but we know there's no life forms on this planet. So, what's making them?
Life support power low.
Why is that? Why is our life support low? I suppose it depends on the type of world. And there we are, the sun's come out, so I'm now overexposed on my face. So how far away is this? 7 minutes. Yeah, you'll have to let me know if you do play the PS4 version how it is compared to that. Excuse me. From what I can tell, from what I've read, from what I've seen, the PC version is pretty much a poor port. They've done a little bit on the options menus, like field of view, FPS. Yeah, I have to question how much of that is actually just menu options. What's down there? Okay, nothing interesting. Do they do anything, those menu options? Who knows? How far away is that? A minute. Let's go and have a look at that. There's a ship going overhead somewhere. Oh, look, a couple of them.
Life support power.
Yeah, how many of those are just options, and do they have any meaning? Is that all they've done in those 3 days that it was delayed for PC? Have they literally gone, oh, we can't really release this on PC in its current state? What can we do? Let's spend 3 days just changing some of the options, the field of view and everything, some basic options really, and say, yeah, look, because it does feel otherwise we would have got exactly the same one as the PS4, probably buggy, because at the moment it's buggy because of the port. They've obviously tried to do some changes to it. I don't think it would work for them. But hey, what do I know? I know this is the Ducklian Badlands. That's a lot. Uh-oh. That was a lot of platinum out of one of those. Let's run away. Which way are we? Oh, we want to run away in this direction and hope to avoid. Oh, they've been deactivated. Excellent. So we want to. Let's just use one of those power canisters.
Technology recharge.
Oh, there's another thing there on the way. Well, why not? When we get to that intelligent life form, we'll take a look at it and we will leave off there. Because I realise it's probably just going to go over the 30-minute mark, but hey ho. That's the time limit I set myself, 30 minutes for a video. Often we go over, sometimes it's slightly under, but that's the time I have in mind when I start out a video. And I look for a good place to leave off. Sometimes we find it, sometimes we don't. Let's go up this way. The reason we jetpack up a solid surface like that is it doesn't take any of your jetpack fuel if you do that. Whether that's a bug or not, I do not know. There's lots of this plutonium silos around. Oh, you can turn the lights on and off. Good. Atlas stuff required for that. Let's save though. And we'll keep on heading this way. I really hope there's something where we can recall our ship once we get there. Otherwise, there's going to be more exploration on this planet, and this is a barren planet. I mean, there's bits and pieces around, isn't there, to discover? There's just not a lot of interesting things. What are these sentinels and why do they attack us if we're destroying things? I don't know. And I kind of want to know. Oh, look at that pop again. It's ridiculous. Aluminium. We've only got room for aluminium, so we'll take it. But have I got anything I need aluminium for? I don't think I particularly do. We might be able to get some money on it on the exchange. Oh, it's that plate. I thought there was one of the sentinels was coming having a look.
Life support power low.
That'll do. Let's continue on. A minute before we get there. And we shall also claim this thing that keeps on coming up saying we've got an item to claim, because otherwise it's just going to get annoying. Yeah, your unredeemed item. Please use the option menu to claim. Yeah, we will do. Okay. As you saw as I was going up that wall, my jetpack did not go down while I was in contact with the wall at the front. So there's some dodgy coding going on there as well. Ketch Crossing. Hello, Ketch Crossing. Ketch. Ketch. We need an Atlas pass for that. Oh, we've got full inventory again. It's...
No free slots in ship.
Oh, but we can use one of them. And then go, yep, we'll have whatever's in there, please. What did we get? Anything? A Gek Charm. Right, let's find a way in here. Let's say hello and leave it there. Hi. Weird thing. I'm gonna have a look at this. I do not have enough units for this, but it is a better weapon. We might get it in a minute. We may get it in a minute. Recoil stabilizers, always good, I suppose. Less recoil on the weapon. Hi. Oh, what's that? Hi. Yeah, I want to interact. I can't interact because my inventory's full. Right, let's get rid of the Gek Charm. Hi. Operations Entity Duke. Kovacs Vikanu, but yeah. Electronic life form's bright greeting suddenly slows. It taps away into its personal data while its facial lights dilate and internal systems crash. Columns of streaming data show its power level spiraling downwards. Lifeform looks for me to help and then points to my gathered resources with a single slow and desperate movement. So we either need to give it carbon or tharium 9. Do we have any of that in here? We have carbon. And we can't transfer it because our starship is out of range. Can we call our starship from here? We need a bypass chip. Okay. Let us craft a We can't build a bypass shift because we have no iron. We need to go and find some iron. Oh, we've met 8 aliens, sorry, so that makes us social, apparently. Right, can we now... Let's get rid of something here. Let's get rid of that plutonium. Let's now see if we can craft a bypass chip.
Product constructed.
Let's see if we can do any trading. That's a nice ship. Yes, exactly. We shall sell items. And we will sell you some gold, we'll give you some copper, some titanium, some emeralds, some aluminium. Do you want to give it some plutonium? We'll give it some platinum. We need the zinc, we'll keep the iron. Yeah, that'll do. Off you go. Do you have anything we want? Oh, you've got a suspension fluid for 20,000 units. Yeah, we'll have that.
Product received.
We could buy some antimatter from it. 36,000. No, we're crafting our own antimatter. Thank you very much, though. Now, can we call our starship? No? Can we not call it while this thing's on there? Well, that's disappointing. Disappear so I can call my starship. So we have some suspension fluid, and so we can now craft electron vapor. So what do we need now to craft the warp cell? We need iridium. Iridium is those tall things, isn't it? Or is that therium? Iridium or therium? I can't remember. Oi, is it iridium or therium that I need? Wow, that was quick. Thank you, ship. We can now get some carbon if we haven't sold it from our ship, and hopefully if we speak to this thing again it should allow us the same option and we can give it some carbon. And partially reawakens and thanks me with a gift. Well, that's nice of it. What do we get? A Corite sheet. Well, yeah.
Life support power low.
Oh, the Korvax were for calm. That's good. And we do have a galactic trade terminal. But more importantly, we can now buy this. We shall accept it because it has more slots. And let's quickly see if we can put anything in there. Which the other one have? We do want a bolt caster in there, and we do want a reload accelerator. And we could do with some of those, but we don't have it. Right, I said that's where we would leave it, and let's just quickly make sure. Let's use that plutonium.
Technology recharge.
Let's get rid of the let's get rid of We've got iron. We don't need this much iron. Oh, we've got iridium. And tharium. Get rid of this. We don't need this one. We'll get rid of that. We'll get...
No free slots in suit inventory.
I keep on pressing the wrong button. We will... we can get rid of that. So let's transfer this. So we've got a ton of iron, basically. We've got one iron there. We can get rid of that tharium. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that iridium. We can get rid of that. Iron tharium. The iron's quite important, isn't it? That's the stuff we need for our engines. Is it? Yeah. I think we can sell all this stuff, so let's do that. Quickly. Let's sell items from our exosuit inventory.
Units received. Units received. Units
I
received.
think that's it. Oh, iridium we've still got. Okay, that's fine. Let's transfer some of that. So... we need antimatter. We need zinc. We need to go and find zinc. We're going to get into a ship and we're going to leave it there because I don't think we've got any zinc in this particular place. In fact, what we are going to do is we're going to go into the menu. We are going to upload this planet. We're not going to rename it.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Excellent. And we're also going to go into options. We're going to redeem bonus content. Excellent.
Life support power.
Oh, so it's got an extra slot. It's got pulse beams, hyperdrive, which have a little bit on there, deflector shield pulse. Can we... oh, you transfer stuff, that's fine. Beam weapon. Oh, we've got a photon cannon on there as well. Okay, well, accept that. There we go. Okay, we're going to leave it there because I realise we have gone over by a fair bit. Sorry about that. Thanks very much for watching. Please like if you like the video, dislike if you don't like it. Leave some comments, give me some feedback. And as always, I will see you next time. Goodbye.